What is up, you guys? It is the updated version of the BIHN Synapse. The Synik comes in a 30-liter and a 22. A lot of things to talk about with this bag. It's one of the most beloved backpacks of all time from one of the most beloved companies in America. Excellent for minimal travel, which is a big deal. This as a minimal travel bag, or as your travel bag, especially this 30-liter now, that gets a little bigger than the 25, this is gonna be a big deal for a lot of you. But it's also excellent as a daily carry bag. Some of you need to carry some more stuff. 30 liters is just right for you. For me, this 22 liters is like a revelation. This bag is celebrated. Why? Because of all of its organization here on the outside, because of the surprising amount of capacity that it actually has, because of the build quality that it's got, and like the total cost of ownership. This thing is sick. Now, I'm gonna break down some of the updates to this right now, and then we'll get into the details. Okay, they call it the Synik because it's Synapse, S-Y-N, plus Nick, which is the name of the designer who's helped to update this sucker in, like he just designed it alongside of BIHN or something like that. I don't know. They got designers over there. There's an actual guy called BIHN. Hi, Tom. Like I said, it can come in a 22-liter, which feels smaller for 22, and a 30-liter, which is quite large for daily carry. It has a little bit of a, I mean, I don't know, they don't mention this anywhere, but it has like a newer sort of silhouette. It's a little more rectangle-y. I might be wrong on that. I don't have my Synapse with me here where I'm traveling in San Diego, but I think the silhouette looks a little bit more rectangular, a little less just, still has the whole turtle shell vibe. One of the huge deals is this thing opens clamshell, okay? Both of them, the zipper comes all the way down around this corner. There is a new laptop compartment. On the little guy, you can fit up to a 13-inch laptop, and this is a 15. Both of them, you need to kind of like, you go in sideways like this and then give it a little shimmy to get it in. My 15-inch goes in like a glove over here, no problems at all. It's actually less than like a glove, like it goes in easier than a glove. Gloves can be kind of tight. So 15-inch, go over here, smaller, you can do over here. I actually put my 15-inch inside of here. I'll show you inside in a second. New shoulder straps, these edgeless EV50 half-inch shoulder straps. This is literally what they're calling it. Edgeless EV50 half-inch shoulder straps are fucking sick. Pardon my French. These are like easily some of my favorite shoulder straps. There's almost like, it's got like a rubbery, bouncy kind of cushiness in it, but it contours to your body really well. It doesn't have, on the bottom side, it doesn't have any like stitching that like, I don't know, it's soft and gushy, but it's also robust and rigid enough to distribute the weight across the entire shoulder. Woo! These things just, the mesh underneath it just feels so good. I'm not supposed to be talking about this yet. There is an integrated yet removable frame sheet here, okay? Behind these straps, you'll also have a luggage pass-through, all right? Goes all the way down here. So for your like, what's interesting is when you put it on the luggage pass-through, it's vertical instead of horizontal. I like this. Now, one thing to note, you wanna make sure that your handle for your laptop, or for your, you know, that thing isn't too wide. It's pretty wide. You can get through a lot of stuff here, but I know some of them are just like really wide. But inside of there, we've got a frame sheet. And the frame sheet is designed in a really interesting way. It's got like a wing in it that holds it in, so you don't have to, so you don't have to like clip anything in. And see this guy? This is a half-inch aluminum stay. So you can actually bend this to bend how you like. When you don't have it, some cases can be made that traveling, when you have all your packing cubes up against here, and then your laptop, not in the laptop compartment, but rather in the middle. Wait for it. I'm not supposed to even be talking about this yet. Up in here, then you have all your soft stuff right here, and your soft stuff goes up against your back. You can get a little contour and a curve. Some arguments can be made for doing that instead of this. I would recommend getting the internal stay. There is a new padded bottom here because these zippers go all the way down around the corners. They wanted to add a padded bottom so that that corner zipper, see how it goes inside there, so that the corners of these zippers, the coils, do not get injured at all. They don't get, you know, raked and scraped and scratched. They don't mind repairing bags. They do it, they have great warranty for their stuff, but they love to make their bags so that they won't need repairs as much as possible. Thanks, Tom Bin. And then finally, an updated grab handle up at the top, which is awesome. If you watch my original review of this bag, which is like classic, it's like old, but I talk about the handle was originally just a piece of webbing right here. They've upgraded to the same handle as on their TriStar bags, which I've used before. This is a solid handle. What's nice is it stands up off the bag like that, so it's always there, ready for you. It's always there. Me gusta mucho. Now, the Synapse became a very popular bag because of its unique organization and its build quality, and like I said, the total cost of ownership. A lot of people don't know that it was originally designed just as a hiking day pack in the 19 liter, which is a little smaller than this. Then people wanted a larger version. They designed the 25 liter. That became, both of those became like favorite bags for daily carry people as well as minimal travelers. Some style conscious people will immediately balk at the sort of dad baggy vibes of this bag. It's always happened. I'm constantly watching people's face when I show them the Synapse. My brother, who's like a flat brim guy in San Francisco, who he dresses nice. He's got good style. I gave him a Synapse for his birthday, and he was like, but over time as he used it, what happens to all of us who use it? You just go, oh, I get it now. So if you're having a little bit of an issue with the aesthetic, like me too, there's two of me. One of them is like, oh my God, I love how this thing works. And the other one is like wearing a felt hat like this and an old camera around my neck with some like artisanal camera strap. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna wear that. But if you forego the aesthetic thing and actually carry with this thing, you'll see what the fuss is all about. One of the main things you see is that all this organization out here ends up making for a really, really great carry. One of the reasons why is because all of these pockets are what they call miracle size. They don't call them that. I call them that. Something about the size of these pockets, it just helps you organize your gear. Like this bag talks to your gear. You don't even have to get close to it. Kind of like when you're signing on to like a new Wi-Fi and your buddy has an iPhone and it's like, hey, do you want to send Chase the Wi-Fi password? And you just see this like, hey, Jeff's sending you the Wi-Fi, but you're like, what is America? That's terrific. You could just put your stuff out here near your bag and then it'll find its way into there. Because the size of these pockets is just unique. It's interesting. You've got these two side vertical pockets, which look really small. But then you start packing into them and there's a lot of space in there, and you find that having them is kind of like necessary now. This bottom pocket here has a great size. Like I put a pouch in here right now. This is the Porter Pen pouch from Brown Buffalo. I'll put a link to that in the description. And it just fits in this 22 liter one perfectly. What's in the pouch? All my snacks. Over here, I got my little smokestack that I'm using from Provision. I'll put a link to Provision stuff in the link below. My little, my little smoke rig. There's a little pocket right here where goes my, Sennheiser Momentums and the Jabra Elites, the wireless earbuds. I'm doing a shootout on these soon. Got a little cache. Sometimes a little pocket vaporizer or something goes in there. This is just a little guy. And then behind this is the water bottle pocket. This is designed so the water bottle is held in the middle of the bag so you're not like pulling from one side to the other. You know that thing when your water bottle's on one side and you don't have another water bottle on the other and it might be like leaning a little, you know the deal. Then there's this other thing sort of all over this bag where there are O-rings. Oh, God rings. There, you clip in one of their little leashes. Tom Ben have all these pouches. Not this is the Bellroy Classic. But I did a 25-minute video on this one, I think, or 20 minutes. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Love this pouch. Fits perfectly in one of these pockets, by the way. But say you had a little leash on here and you never wanted the pouch to fall out. Leave it behind in the airport, or you got your headlamp on at nighttime, you're rustling around your campsite, and you go get one thing, you didn't know something else fell out of the bag, right? You can actually leash things into the bag, which some people live by. It's sometimes just a little too much for me. And then there was the inside of the bag that had just a surprising amount of room. There was just, you packed out, you realized all of your essentials and your everyday stuff ended up being in here. And that was like the first like quarter of the bag. And then you had all this space in the back for the stuff that would normally be in the bag. It was on the outside, pulled up against the face of it. That's why we loved the Synapse so much. So I am thrilled about this update. I am thrilled about it. Okay, let's talk about the sizes. 22 liter and 30 liter. The 30 liter is big, man. It is like lots of space. You can fit a lot of packing stuff in here. Here's my Peak Designs packing cube, my favorite packing cube. I'll put a link to that in the description below. That fits in like that. When I go traveling, this is typically what I bring. I might have a small pair of shoes or sandals out here, and then like a toiletry kit. And that's everything. And then the rest of my gear is just out here. So you see how this is like, this is a big bag for that one. I mean, this thing, you can fit a lot in this. So this is where we're getting into a little bit of like, you're thinking about the Tortuga set out, you might wanna think about the Tom BIHN Synapse. Why? It's got a really comfortable shoulder thing, so does the Tortuga. The Tortuga's bigger, yeah, but this is smaller and all your organization is on the outside, right? So now this is an actual contender on my travel bags page, like not just a minimal travel bag, like this thing at 30 liters is game changing. I mean, not game, depends on what game you're playing. The 22 liter, like I said, is a revelation for me because it's a small, tight pocket like situation here, and yet it carries everything I need with exception of laptop. Laptop here, they've got a new laptop compartment on the back, which I'm gonna show you here in a second, but I've just been putting my iPad in there. 13-inch MacBooks will fit in there, right? 13-inch laptops will fit in there most of the time. There's also a way into the laptop compartment. Up here at the top, there's a plastic zipper designed to not scratch your laptop and stuff. So you can get your 13-inch in and out from here, or I can just get my iPad from there. But as I open this thing up, hopefully you can see that there's like, you see this flap of space, right? Like that's the volume. So here's my pouch, by the way, my Provisions Goods pouch, which I'm using a bunch right now. This guy's great. He just reached out on Instagram. He's like, hey, can I send you something? I'm like, sure. Can you do an affiliate? And he's like, I don't know. What is that? I don't think so. I'm just on Etsy. So I'm like, fuck it. I don't care. He makes great stuff. My Bluetooth headphones fit right in here. All my cables and dongles are right in here. So this is my one, like I get to where I'm going and I pull that out and I have all the cables I'm gonna need for any of the work that I have to do. And check this out, if I take this Peak Designs packing cube and throw it in here, right? I can easily, like my buddy James Clear, who's the author of Atomic Habits, I'll put a link to that in the description below. If you wanna change your life, change your habits, and this guy's just been geeking out about that for forever. Look at that. Now my little 22 liter is like ready for packing, like seriously hardcore minimal travel. I was talking about James Clear because he travels with a Synapse 19. He just goes around and does travel photography all the time. I think he just has pants that zip off into shorts. He's doing that kind of thing probably, I don't know. But really minimal travel can be super fun. And this bag at 22 liters is gonna be even more fun than the 19, for sure. Everything on these guys is proportionally similar. So this pocket's a little bit bigger, this pocket's a little bit bigger. You can fit more all in all in the 30 liter. And this 22, my God, some of you who are like daily carry ramblers, you should honestly consider this thing and just sell out to it because, at least for a little while, because it is just a delight to use. The comfort and then all the organization, woo, doggy. Like my favorite bag in the world is the Evergoods CPL right now. The CPL 20, it's a 24 liter. I love the materials. I love the black sort of silhouette. It's just a box. It's awesome. I'll put a link to that in the description below. And this is giving that a run for its money because it's just got more organization, more dad bag vibes, but I don't know. It doesn't look too bad because it's small. Do you see it? Like it's so small, it's like, it looks kind of good. Okay, full clamshell zipper opening. Okay, this thing goes all the way down. What does this number 10 YKK AquaGuard zipper? All right, I don't know if you can see, but inside of here, you see there's like a flash. Where'd you see a little flash? Or just see it like it's just kind of, it's sheeny. It's got a sheen on there because there's a seal on the back of all these zippers. that keeps the water out. I think you can, you know, if you're in a deluge in Southeast Asia or something, like you can, if you're booking it, your stuff's probably gonna be safe and get into a place. But, you know, nothing's waterproof most of the time in a bag unless you have an actual waterproof zipper. Why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because the clamshell opens all the way down. You've got that YKK number 10 zip. It's gonna keep your shit safe. And it also, like, these zips are kind of stiff. Like one of the things people I think should be talking about is like, wait, can't people just get into my shit when it's on my back? But there's something stiff enough about these zips, at least at the beginning, I'm sure they break in over time, that'll at least a little bit of a theft deterrent. I mean, the whole theft thing is, I don't know how much you want to really be worrying about that. But I know some of you who are traveling through Europe and stuff like you get pickpocketed and stuff. So you'd be kind of worried about this. In that case, going through the public square, I guess you're doing this, right? But a full clamshell zipper. This is exciting for a lot of us because we like to take our bags, open it up all the way, throw it on the bed, start loading stuff into it, right? Put it on the desk, make sure we have everything. We can visually see where everything is. We can kind of like put it in different areas of the bag, like what goes where, and we can get used to like, we know what our kit needs. The original had zippers that stopped right down around here, so it's not like you couldn't get all the way down. And I kind of liked like you stuffing it in, right? Because it was just this place you could just stuff stuff. But I like the visibility here. It's kind of nice. The truth is though, when I'm using this thing, my zipper's coming down to here. That's it. I'm never really opening it all the way. I'm going in here, I'm grabbing my laptop, I'm getting anything that I need just from the top. That's how I use it. Okay, there is a new laptop compartment, as I've mentioned. The zipper's on the side here. And then there's also that zipper inside, which I told you about, which is plastic. Now, there's mesh here, and the mesh is a little bit, I feel like it's a little, what's good about it is it's really lightweight, so it doesn't add a lot of weight to the bag. By the way, these things are removable. They have little clips that go in next to the O-rings. So I do feel like if I had like a burly zipper on a pouch or something like that, a rogue sort of addition to my bag, that it could kind of crunch up and scratch or somehow damage the laptop. So I would like a little thicker than this, but the truth is it is a thick mesh that has, it's just really lightweight. So it has like, almost like Velcro, not the hard part of Velcro, but the soft part of Velcro where there's a bunch of materials like that are bowing to create some space, you know, in there. So it actually keeps stuff up off your laptop pretty good, but it's just not, like a piece of neoprene would be heavier, but I think that would feel more protective. The laptop stuff is pulled off the bottom of the bag, or it's supposed to be. It doesn't feel like it is that much over here. It is supposed to be like, you know, pulled up off the bottom of the bag. Yeah, I mean, just a little bit. Just a little bit for most of these. One of the things that's great is your frame sheet's gonna give your laptop a bit more protection, which is awesome. And then also there's padding on the bottom of the bag now. This padding is new. This whole thing of padding, like I was saying, they put in to protect this, also works for your laptop. So thanks, Tom Ben. I personally will go for probably the Tom Ben, the laptop cache up here on this guy right here, up in the front. You see how there's this pouch inside of here? I loved having the laptop in the middle of my bag before with the Tom Ben, and I can just fit my 15-inch in this 22-liter. I have a 15-inch MacBook Pro. I can just fit it in here and get its corners around this thing. So with the cache, I think I can just squeeze it in too. My corners are a little bit, I just worry about the long-term carry of that, but honestly, the bag's so nice to use. I'm in a 15-inch laptop. That's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna make this work. I wanna make this point really quick. Still the best organization. Still so lovely. Still, all of this is the same as the old bag. This pocket's lovely. This pocket's lovely. This pocket's lovely. Water bottle, the little pocket's lovely. Using this bag is just terrific. On these side pockets, you should know there are some inner organization. On this side, there's like it's just one like sort of inner pouch against the wall. And over here, you've got some pen, like 3 pen loops here to put your stuff in. and both of them have O-rings in as well. BIHN shoulder straps. I can't, like I said, I really think this shoulder strap is legit. It's so nice. I really have been loving it. It almost has a stretchiness to it when you touch it tactilely at first, but then as you wear it, it just, I don't know, it just like contours really well to the body. You've got a sternum strap on these rails here. You got like kind of long straps that I tied up in knots just to keep them sort of out of the way. Because once I get my strap where I like it, I tend not to need it to be moved. I actually would go a little bit tighter on this. But the real thing about these killer straps is just how they feel to your hands and how they feel to your shoulders. They've got a nice contour in them. I think a lot of you are gonna feel very comfortable in these straps. Like, and it's, I think there's something about the material, the liner on the bottom that just feels so different. It feels so nice. Thanks, Tom Ben. Finally, I do think the aesthetic has been improved. I think the overall effect of using this, I mean, this is in, I'll put below what I think this is the Parapack, similar material that the Guide Pack is made out of. And I think around the time that I'm launching this video, they're doing like a pre-sale where there's gonna be some colors or materials that are available that aren't all the time. I don't know the deal. All I know is that like I was getting lots of messages about, hey, have you heard about the Synik? Have you heard about the new Synapse? I gotta get something out on it. And I think it's overall, like it just looks a little more interesting. The aesthetic's been somewhat improved. It's still got that regular dad baggy vibe. You know, Tom Ben's stuff is really inspired by the outdoors. It's inspired by hiking and getting out in the Northwest where they are and up in Seattle. And you will see that reflected in the material choices, in the build quality, in the designs of the bag, and the way that they use the pouches and the O-rings. All of that, it feels so Northwest and feels so hiker outdoorsy, sort of like old school Kelty that's been updated. And I like that pedigree personally in the brand. And I want to live a little bit more like that, a little more just rugged, outdoorsy, but with good modern goods for it. But I do also live in the city and I take meetings and I have to, you know, impress people so that they don't make me go hungry on the street. I have business meetings, man. And so, I'm always interested in the aesthetic of a bag. I'm always interested in how it looks. And this is definitely low key, definitely like kind of like dad at Disneyland vibe, but it's sort of the best dad at Disneyland vibe when you get close to it and touch it. And then it goes way beyond dad at Disneyland vibe once you use it and you put your gear in it and you get your life. You literally change, your life will come together. Like it just changes your life. Like this and like a powerful psilocybin experience in the wilderness, like you're not gonna be the same. Speaking of which, my Synapse is the original bag that I took on my very first mushroom trip, which I was like, well, I need a bag that I just kind of have a bunch of stuff and I don't know what I'm gonna need, but I want it to be my buddy when I'm out there and I'm in like a mindset that's like, I don't know what it's gonna be like, but I took the risk and I went for it. And the original Synapse is my buddy now, because like forever my buddy. I don't think the aesthetic's gonna be like much different for people who are non-bag people. I showed this to a handful of people who are like, really, this one? And then as I showed it to them over time, they're like, oh, okay, that's kind of sick, that's kind of sick. One of the best things about this bag is just the way it feels. I don't know how to get this through to you on the video, besides just my general sort of enthusiasm-ness. But the material, the feel, the hand quality of this handle thing, the strap, moving the zippers, because they got that, they're just beefy YKK number 10 on this outside, and then number 8's in here, and they all have the water seal. Incredible organization. Just, this thing's like an heirloom. This thing is like an American piece of work. If I was curating something in the Museum of Modern Art on modern soft goods bags, I would for sure, like there would be like a whole wall dedicated to this and the different colors and the fabrics and stuff, because it's a fascinating design for a bag. I know a lot of you are gonna use it at some point and realize that you like and see like what it's all about. And I know some of you never will, and I want you to never change because you know what you like and you know what you're about. And my job here is not to get you into this bag, but getting you into a bag that you like, that you love even, that feels like you, that carries the way you do, that you can quit thinking about bags now with, right? So you can check out matterful.co for my daily carry page and the travel bags page. Both of these will be on there. And then you can find a lot of other things that you may like more. My interest, like I said, I just want you to make a purchase that you can be happy with for a long time and to not be just constantly jumping from purchase to purchase to purchase, never really looking at your life and going like, why am I so unsatisfied? Okay, I gotta go pick up my son from surf camp. So thanks for watching. Love you guys. Subscribe. All the links to everything that you need in the description below. And get on the email list at matterful.co because we're doing free bags. We're doing giveaways of bags. The next giveaway is going to be bigger than the last one. And the last one was pretty big. Talk to you later, guys. Travel light. Live big. Bye-bye.